Hello everyone, this is Fresh, Grandmaster Jungle in West, and today I will be presenting you a Gen G Peanut game. Peanut is a challenger Korean jungle for many years now and a pro in Korea, and in this hight Hello Challenger Korean game he did very well. He wants over 15 kills, and we'll look at it and see how it does to be able to do such a great game in that high elo game. So first thing, let's see what rune he used. So actually he did go Conqueror, Triumph with clearly the best. Tenacity, Alacrity is also good, but Tenacity is better in his matchup. Remember, he's against Salas, so against allies Tenacity are pretty good. And there he did go for Last Stand. Last Stand is a really good rune against Silas again, because when the two fight they generally go very low, and this rune is better when you have a lot of fight where you go really low. You could have take coup de grace also, but in this matchup I think that Last Stand is better. After that, in secondary he did go Footwork and Future Market. Those runes are pretty special. You want to go Future Market when you want to have the advantage in stat, because when you back you will be able to buy more than your opponent, and you will have an advantage because of that when you fight, because you just have more stats than him. So in a snowbally matchup like Salas Lee Sin, who is really dependent on which one can fight and win the 1v1, this masteries is pretty good. If you are not familiar with Future Market, you can also go Sidon Pact and Revenue Center. They are pretty good masteries on Lee Sin also. And if you are a new player on Lee Sin, I advise you to take that instead of this one. So let's go back to the game. Okay, so we need to talk about the matchup first. You can see that, like we said before, Silas Lee Sin is a snowbally matchup. Actually, in this matchup, Lee Sin has the advantage until level 3. Level 3, the advantage is on Silas. Well, not really the advantage, but it's really even, and Silas can tempo a lot and be really surprising, and is really strong at the moment. So in early, if there are even, it's pretty hard to determine who will win the 1v1, and it's really dependent on the lane and on the pressure of the lane. After that, on top you have a snowbally matchup, so it's really good to take care of that lane and to try to put an advantage on the Jace, who is in the team of Peanuts. Mid lane, nothing will happen much. You got Koki against Karma, is 2 safe lane, who will poke a little together, but Karma will have the patch in early. After that, Koki can have it if he builds a good item. In bots, there is a snowbally matchup also. Pyke and Kai'Sa are 2 champ who want to fight, and Xayah and Rakan are 2 champ who want to fight a lot. Really snowbally bot lane. And I think Xayah Rakan is one, if the best bot lane right now, so carrying for them is really good. So let's see how goes the game. First off, they try a little invade. It's common in Korean, they always do that. Listen try a Q-spell in this bush to spot someone. It's an important information because he start Q because of it, and actually I think W is better if you can start it to clear your camp. You start more LC and you don't lose that much of clearing speed on your first camp if you go for W. So if you don't need to invade, the W start is also very good. It will start red because in this matchup you want to fight, and the red is the best first buff to be able to fight in early, and Lee Sin is really a champion who want to pressure the map in early game. And after that it can go top or bot, but to decide this type of things you need to look at the lane and to see what happened. Actually he will look and see that a trade is happening bot lane, so he will start to put his camp near the callback to be able to clear them and go bot side after that, because he see that it's fighting a lot bot, so you need to take care of that lane really fast or the other jungle will do it. So he clears red. He will smite it because he started Q. If he had started W he won't have to, but there he smite it. And you see that he start to pull his camp near his bush and near the bot side to be able to go bot after his camp, because he is always looking bot and sees there is a lot of fighting happening. And that's really what matters as a jungler. You always need to look your lane and see top nothing is happening for now, mid nothing is happening, but really a lot of fighting, so you need to start to go near your bot. The bot lane achieved to kill in 2v2, that's really good, but unfortunately the Sylas is there. He did a weird pass where he started Raptor because they didn't know if there is someone at his red, and just after that he saw the fighting bot and he decided to just go bot and to gank them. So there is nothing that Lee Sin can really do there, Sylas will get it, but that's okay because he saw that Sylas got 5 creep, 1 cap for jungle is actually 4 creep, so he only has 1 camp in his pocket and he actually got no buff. So right now Lee Sin know what Sylas did in terms of passing, and he can change his plan and counter the Sylas, and you will see that he will go topside and go take the blue and all the top side of the Sylas, because he sees that Sylas is pushing the bot and clear only 1 camp, and he didn't even do his red, so it's really, it will be really late in his passing, so Lee Sin can be free to take all his top side. And in the mind of Peanut is actually thinking like, well, Sylas will probably take my blue side. If you can protect it, that's why he ping. But if you can't, it's okay. Like I'm still high in tempo. And while he's doing that, he's looking top. We remember is the Snowbally matchup, and see if they go down in HP. And because Lee Sin is topside, the Jace will start to trade a lot more with Lucian and try to shut down his, to chunk him, to be able to kill him simply because he got his jungle on his side. So a lot of trade is happening, and while Peanut is doing in jungle, he's looking at his lane again, and he sees that, and he will say to the Jace that he will go. You see that he ping the wolf, he ping the Lucian, so he's saying basically I'll do the wolf and after that I came and we kill Lucian. So that's really good communication, and that's really good preparation, because what make people what make Peanuts do that is because he saw the creep advantage of the Jace, and he knows that Jace got the push pressure, because Jace can push a little bit faster than Lucian, and so Jace will be able to push this wave. Peanuts will finish his camp and just go dive in top lane, and you will see here that Jace achieved to push his lane pretty easily because he had the creep advantage. He will actually the Jace will really make it easy, because he will be able to make Lucian flash with this beautiful Q spell. So Peanuts is just going and he's like, okay, Lucian is dead, we will just tower dive him, and he will actually miss his Q spell, so whatever happen, he continues the dive. Auto attack, dash out to not be killed by the turret, and he lets the kill to the Jace. So that's a pretty good first game, because he kills his opponent and he loses all the creep into the tower, so that's really good. He starts to do the after that he will do the scuttle, because he saw that Silas was bot and he's pinging like he's there, take care basically, and he will start pulling the scuttle bot, because it's near mid, not bot but near the mid lane, because he saw there is a lot of training, and when he saw the Corky W, he immediately stops the scuttle and go to help his karma. He will miss the Q again, W the karma, and kill the Corky, take the kill, so karma does not die. So once again, what really matters as a jungler and what really change everything in your thought process is when you look at the lane. If he was able to say that he will be able to tower dive the Lucian before, is because he looked at the lane. Here he can save the karma because he looked at the lane. That's really important. And here, even if he got to the scuttle, he is looking at the lane to take information, to see if there is flash were used, to see if who takes the kill, etc, etc, to be able to know where he stands in the game, and if the Silas is stronger or is stronger than him or not. Here, he after the scuttle, he actually stands in the bush and waits to be able to kill the Lucian, and that's really smart of him, because actually Lucian, just after tipping, could not push his lane. We will look at this, because Jace TP backed, and actually Lee Sin knows that. Look there, just after the Lucian TP, and Jace will TP back. So basically, Lucian can push and set up vision, and Lee Sin knows that because he saw the TP, and he sees that a huge wave is coming. So Lucian will be obliged to push, and because he don't have vision, because he couldn't put it because he got dived, it's pretty much a free kill if they play that well. So really smart of him to know that, to notice that, and to actually stand in the bush to be able to gank the Lucian. Here the Lucian just run in the bush, so that's pretty greedy of him. The Jace come immediately. He wait for the dash of the Lucian before reactivating his Q spell to be able to follow him, and there Jace do a really great job because he flash out to make the Lucian out of his turret, and there they just auto attack him, be a little creep block, he hit his Q, and he will finish it off there. After that, the Jace want to push, but he didn't ping him immediately, so he was starting to back. When the Jace did say he needed help, he pushed with him, and that's really good for a jungler to be able to take some experience. You see, he got level 5 out of that. That's really important right now in the jungle to take experience of the lane you ganked, because camp doesn't give that much. You see that he's at the middle of the bar of experience, and just by helping his laner push, he will go take his level 5. So that's really huge. That's basically near 2 camp of experience, because creep give a lot of experience compared to camp right now in the jungle, because creep have fixed experience amount when camp scale with a level, and actually after that he back. He got a lot of gold. We will look at it. He got basically really a lot of gold, 1,700. He will buy red smite because he want to fight the Salas, and the hammer for a lot of AD. With this thing you can do blue smite or red smite, but when you have a huge 1v1 matchup, it's really important to take red smite, especially when the opponent got red smite, because if your opponent do red smite and you do blue smite, you lose all 1v1, and that's not what you want as a Lee Sin and in this matchup. So right now he's really strong, but you know also that Silas is pretty strong as well, but he knows that he just backed, so he is stronger because he got more stats, because he just as you can see, the Silas got some gold in his pocket. Lee Sin got 1 kill more than Silas, and he actually just died, so he's really strong right now. So what he will do is clear his camp on the way to bot side, because lane is pushing for his bot lane, so he can't really gank, but he stay available, because if Silas gank, there is a huge opportunity for counter gank for him. And once again is the decision making of doing his camp. It's just because he looked at his lane and he sees the creep where right there. I will show you. There, you see that the creep is like this. The bot lane is making Kai'Sa go out of the lane because Pyke is not there yet, so he can't gank that. Like, it's impossible. Kai'Sa played too safe, so he got the time to do a camp. So he optimized it. But he knows that because of the creeps that will push, so he will still available for a counter gank, and that's exactly what happened. He was starting to do his blue, but when he saw them fighting, he just straight go to bot lane. The bot lane do a pretty good job to dodge a lot of skill shots, and Lee Sin will engage. I don't know why he stopped there a little. Certainly a misplay. He dash, flash her to be able to stall everyone, hit the Q spell and kill. Unfortunately for him, Rakan will step a little bit too far and do a trade kill on that, but it's still good because enemy team lose a lot of creep because of that. So it was a really good timing of doing. You can see there is a huge wave pushing for the red team, and all the creep will be killed by the creep. So it's really good to have this timing gank, because even if they did 1-for-1, they lose a lot of creep, so it's really worth it. They will help the Xayah push, because she can't push that, and they don't want them to freeze, so they will try to push the creep into the tower, and so Kai'Sa can't get the creep. They are trying to hard freeze that. It's really hard for them because there is a lot of creep. Like you can see, they are losing a lot of health, and because of that, they will need to back off, especially Silas. So he just do his blue, get his 6, I think, yeah, and after that he will do the Drake because 2 reasons. He saw that enemy jungle take a lot of damage to be able to freeze the lane who is not really freezed, because they did a really great push. And after that, he saw that Rakan is pressuring the mid lane, so Karma got the pressure on the mid lane. So because he got pressure mid and bots, well, not really pressure bot, but actually you can see that that they want to freeze a little, so they won't be pushing. He have an equal lane but a little push, so he's really free to do dragon because he got pressure mid and a little of pressure bot because they are freezing. So here Fire Drex, that's really good as a Lee Sin, and for his team you got a Jace, you got a Lee Sin, you got Xayah. It's really valuable and it will make everyone stronger. So he does the Drake, he will do the Scuttle, and there is, he can back be stronger and try to impact the game. But right now he pressed tab and sees that he's not really that far ahead of the Sylas for now, and that he got a lot of gold on him. Well, not he got a lot of gold on him. 1000 is a lot, but he actually got 300 of bounty, and that's huge. So he really don't want to die. So to be able to win this matchup really hard, what he needs, when I talk about matchup, I talk about Lee Sin against Sylas. It's the 1-1. What he needs is defensive stat, so he won't die if he do 1v1. So he wants in this situation, because it's a Sylas, he wants a next drinker. So you will see that he will probably farm to be able to get those items who are defensive items. So he farm all his top side, and another things why farm his top side is because Jace got the pressure because he's snowballing, and he actually ward a lot, but he keep pushing. So he will see the Sylas come top if he is coming, and he will be able to go there if he's doing his top side, and he need to match the pressure of the Jace. If he back and Jace is pushing, well, it's dangerous for the Jace, or the Jace, because he is a really good player, will probably not be able to put as much pressure because Lee Sin won't be there. So Jace will be just like, well, I can't really hard pressure my lane because Lee Sin is not there. So really smart from Peanuts to be able to recognize these two conditions of the Jace pushing, and also that he needs some defensive stats to be able to be safe, because he got a lot of booty, and so farming a little, even if he's really ahead, to be able to be even more ahead and safe, so he can really snowball out the game. So right there, he suspects the Sylas to come top because Jace is really pressuring out the Lucian. So he will just go there, put some vision, and back off to be able to build defensive stat. And this item jungle for sure. Here he got some defensive stats, that's not bad, and this item jungle, so he's really strong. He's really strong right now in the game. When you just backed, you are actually really strong as a jungler, because that's the moment where you are full life, full mana if you have mana, and where your stats are at your peak, and you don't have really, like, for laner you have what you call power spike, when you hit one item, 2 items, 3 items on carry. As a jungler, actually each one of your back can be little power spike. Like for example, his first back on Smite Thread and Warhammer, he was ahead of other people, so it was a moment of power, so power spike from him. There he got his AD and some defensive stats, so it's good. He's really strong, but if Sylas completes his item jungle, he will actually he will actually be even until Lee Sin gets his X drinker, like we talked before. There you see that karma is pretty low. So he want to help so karma can reset, and he will try to lane gank the Corki to be able to kill him, because he can one shot him basically with that many AD. Their Pike come, ulti the Karma, Karma do a really good reactive flash. Lee Sin will try to land a Q on the invisible Pike. Unfortunately he will miss it, and Pike will just come, Q spell, ignite, auto attack and kill the Karma. But Lee Sin is not really afraid because he knows that Pike don't have his ability and that he is really strong. So you smite the Corki and you see that he don't Q spell, because he knows that if he miss Q spell he lose, but if he hit he win. So he will just wait his Q spell, Corki flash, and there's that's pretty free for the Lee because he just have to dash ward, ulti the Corki into the tower and Corki will die. That's basically what he does. Auto attack, ulti, Corki is dead. And now he can focus on the Pike. He will auto attack him and wait. He didn't there. He chose to land his Q spell only because he saw Pike charging his Q, so he can dodge before launching his Q. So he will just land the Q spell, auto attack him to the death, and when Pike Q him, then he reactives the Q because he knows that he can't escape. And one thing some Lee Sin when they are starting do is they Q too soon, and Pike can cancel the Q of Lee Sin with their own Q. So you really need to wait that Pike do his Q to be able to reactive yours. Their Silas come for killing the Lee Sin, flashing, but fortunately for Lee Sin, he go out, and you can see that the magic mantle is really helping him here. If he didn't buy defensive stat here, he will be dead. So really good choice of him. There he will go back because he got a lot of gold, and he will have his ace recur, and after that he can just snowball the game really hard because he won't be able to lose his matchup in 1v1 again. Even if Silas is feed, because he got the ace recur, he can basically 1v1 everyone. So that's it for the 10 first minutes of the video. What we saw really matter is to watch the lane, to take good decision, and every decision making in jungle start from where the lane are in terms of resources, in health, in mana, etc. When you did a good job at diving or at ganking at the opponent use his summoner, you try to re-gank him because it's really repeat gank and abuse him is really strong. Always again watching your laner is the most important thing to be able to take a good decision. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you for the rest of the video.